Hi, this is Ruben Rubio, Interim Dean of the School of Education, and I'd just like to give you a little heads up on the new course evaluation system that we're going to be debuting this year. In the past, you received written course evaluation forms, Scantron sheets. They were passed out near the end of class. You did them in class. They were picked up, given to a student who then took the forms to academic affairs, where they were then processed and then returned to the instructor. That process is going to be just a little different this year because we're going to do an online course evaluation, which means that you'll receive a link to do an online course survey. What that means is instead of doing this in class, you're going to be doing this in your dorm room or in your home or in the library or wherever else you feel comfortable doing such things. So in order to make this process all that it can be, I'd like to ask a couple of things. First of all, I'd like to ask that you make this a credible process. In order to do that, it's important that you actually turn in the evaluation. It's going to be easy with the end of the semester rush to kind of miss a course or two, but I ask that you make sure your voice is heard. There's nothing that can encourage an instructor more than to know that he or she has heard from every student in the class and they understand exactly what every student in the class had to say and had to share. So the best way to do that is to turn in a form for each one. So please do that. Secondly, I'd like to ask that you address your feedback to the instructor personally rather than to some impartial third-party arbiter who's going to rule on some facet of the class. Quite honestly, the person who's most interested in your written comments is going to be the course instructor. So I say, why not direct your comments directly to the instructor? Think of it as a dialogue between you and that person. I'd also like to ask, kind of in the same spirit, that you think about Ephesians 4:29. Ephesians 4:29 says, "Let no corrupting talk come out of your mouths, but only such as is good for building up, as fits the occasion, that it may minister grace to those who hear." And the most important part of your feedback is that it's heard by the instructor. So just deliver it in a way that it's heard. And you may say to yourself, well, I didn't always get feedback from the instructor during the course of the semester that was easy for me to hear. And that may be true. I'm not going to defend that. All I ask is that you do your part to make sure your feedback to the instructor is something he or she can hear. So if you can do these two things, I would really appreciate it. Thank you.